Let me do a little intro. All right, so let's keep it moving. The third question is, describe your journey into this field.
Okay. So I always loved computers and video games. So yeah, when I was younger, my parents never bought me a video game system for a while. So my first system was a Game Boy, and then I'll play computer games. Finally, my brother got me a PlayStation. So I was tinkering around with the video games. So then that ended up me when I went to college thinking about what field would be comparable to that. So that was computer science. So I did programming. I was pretty good at the beginning of it, and stuff. So it was like, how can I use these skills and do something more with that? So then I got an internship at IBM my senior year in college, and this was in Gaithersburg, Maryland. And I was doing, installing software, configuring systems for them. And from my internship, that got me a full-time job at IBM. So the one benefit of this job that I currently had at IBM was I had no programming at all, and it was all just based off of knowing the technology.
Hey man, thank you for sharing about the whole internship. Let me ask you a follow-up question. How did you find out about the internship?
So the internship, this is one thing that I would recommend anybody to do. In which, when I was at college, one of my close friends, his name was Reggie. His dad used to work at IBM, so he
Mm.
put me on to one of his friends. And it's one of those in which you really should utilize your network in a sense that sometimes you're unaware of these opportunities. So his friend told me about, he sort of pointed me to the IBM website. Like, it wasn't even a referral or anything, but he showed me different job roles. So by him sort of exposing me to a website, showing me roles that would be meeting my skill set, then I applied through that. So it's all about just utilizing your network.
Mm. And Dex, for all those that are listening and watching, would you mind doing me a favor and explaining what an internship is?
Yes. So an internship is, thing about that is not a full-time job. So when I did it, it was like a summertime in which you work for a certain amount of periods. It could be maybe 3 months. And it's almost like a trial period in which you get exposure to a job role. So you get to see whether you like it or not. Also, a client or a company gets to see whether you're a good fit for that. So that a lot of times, depending on your performance at an internship, that can lead to a full-time job, or it can just give you a little bit of taste of like, oh, I enjoy doing this part of the job, but I don't really want to be there for my career. So then I can look at another internship. So I definitely promote doing multiple internships, because during my college career, that was my last internship, but I had two or three other internships at other nonprofit companies just to be like their IT administrator. So
Hey man, shout out to Dex, man, and shout out to the whole idea of networking. Super important. All right. So for question four,
IBM in 2009, my goal was to work with media entertainment companies. I was like, well, if I'm helping them use technology and sort of advance their organizations, I'd be happy. But what I really want to do is really show the technology, like how STEM is really being built up with, a lot of the children. So if I can provide service in that sense of being able to show them that, you have me, who I'm still in my young 30s and a Black man, that I'm in the IT field, I'm able to be successful, that they can be as well, because IT is not going to go anywhere. It's just going to keep on growing. So we need more Black, Latinos, Asian, everybody, minorities to be in this field, because we don't want to miss out on these opportunities, especially because IT fields are the ones that are paying a lot. So it's one of those in which you want to be able to set yourself off that you're well versed. So I'll give you an example in which my niece, she went to Howard, and originally she was a architect major, but after talking to me, she switched off to be a computer science major. So she got an internship at Intel. She's pretty much almost surpassing me in a sense in which she's younger than me, but she even is deeper in the computer science field. So by switching from an architect major to a computer science major, she opened up her opportunities, especially being a Black female. So it was pretty great that she was able to utilize that.
hey, shout out to you though, and your niece. It's super important, Dex, and thank you for sharing all of this wonderful information. Now,